Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in this reading will resonate for you, so I encourage you to take what does and leave the rest. However, if this resonates or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below, like, sharing, or subscribing to my channel. So let's jump right into the energy of the cards. Holy Spirit, what is the message here for the collective? What are the cards here that best represent the reading? There is unsent messages here. Someone is writing messages without sending. Someone is wishing they would have put you on a pedestal. Now this energy is upset because they couldn't finesse a situation with you. I feel this is someone who has hot and cold energy when it comes to a feminine energy. This is someone who sees you as stability, wish fulfillment. This person is feeling there is no place like home, but I feel this energy still has a space of unchanged or unhealed activity. Something that is still weighing them down. I feel there's an alternate living that they're not speaking of. They're not talking about. And for many of you, this energy is unresponsive when you reach out. I feel this is a divine masculine energy here who is contemplating but not moving forward. In fact, I feel they're hesitating, wanting to love bomb you, wanting to come into this situation. But I feel something is just not right when it comes to this separation or divorce. This divide when it comes to home or their stability. I feel this is someone who is sitting in a very angry space when it comes to communication, being hot and cold because they're never satisfied. This is why they are not sending this message.
Food for thought.
It's remaining unsent. Wow. So I sense this is an energy you always spoke the truth to, who is now wanting to come towards you because they know you're someone they can trust, but they're still sitting in a space where they're holding back or holding resentment when it comes to you. Wow. This is a sense of abandonment. This energy could be dealing with abandonment issues, or this is someone who left you for dead. Now this energy is feeling canceled, like they no longer exist in your world, your energy. After putting you in competition of push and pull, I feel this is someone who is regretting the fact that they were trying to win at all costs. I feel there's a lot of excessive baggage when it comes to this energy's heart, which is now being blocked or closed off. I feel the past is weighing them down. For many of you, this is an energy who wasn't thinking straight when they hurt you and others. They regret doing things out of spite or intention. Because whatever they did to mislead or betray you has them working through some insecurities and negative thoughts, wanting to run back to you, run back to a place where there was trust, stability. This is someone who knows that you are loyal. After fabricating or telling lies, I feel this is someone who misled you, embellished in some type of way through smoke and mirrors. Now this energy feels you're going to reject them after they cut ties. Something has expired. I feel something has expired within a disconnect, someone trying to avoid you. And I feel that may be a hard pill to swallow. They're not wanting to accept the fact that something may be final. This person feels like they have reached their peak and they're having some financial issues. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. What is the message here for the collective? Well, so someone does feel like you are no longer interested after they took advantage of you. This is someone who was very difficult to please within a situation, who disappointed you. They were never really satisfied. But I feel this person could care less when they were hurting you and getting their way. There are strange and sinister things going on behind the scenes that they're upset about, thinking they could finesse their way out of something. Something is now being exposed or revealed. This is someone who definitely sees you as the yin to their yang, but they feel they won't be able to talk their way out of this. They can't find the words to deceive you in this situation, so they're not talking and they're not responding. However, I do feel like you're living rent-free in their head. If they're not reaching out, it doesn't mean they're not thinking about you constantly. This is someone who knows that they are still attracted to you. And I feel like they're on a mission, determined to be focused after someone put a key in their bag. So I feel someone urged this energy to slander your name or bad talk you. I feel this is someone who is very oppressed and cruel, wanting things to go bad for this energy or for you. Someone wants this energy to feel like they were too big to fail in a situation, and now they're burnt out because now they see they prolong their own pain, their own mental and physical stress. Now this energy is triggered. This energy is triggered because they feel they are singled out in a situation where there was a lot of people involved. However, they are the only ones receiving the consequences. I feel this is someone who avoided you. Now they're going through a crisis, a lot of stress for disassociating themselves with you. And for many of you, you've already cleaned house and you're not allowing them back in. I feel this is another thing that's starting to stress them out because they could not finesse their way through a situation where they were the ones who were unsatisfied. But I feel that is poetic justice. Because something has been exposed, you know the truth, when it comes to someone who was always trying to win. Now, they're in the energy of wanting to come back after telling you lies. Playing games and not realizing who or what they were dealing with. This is someone who no longer wants to argue or fight because this energy knows that they are not going to win. They're not going to win a war. Yet, I feel there is so much. There is so much here that needs to be revealed. Let's jump into a different deck here. What is the message here? Let's get some energy here. Oh. What is that? So I definitely feel this energy feels vulnerable. But I feel this is in a situation that they put themselves in. I feel this is someone who is sweating uncontrollably because they don't know how to get out of something that they were two-faced in. Now they want to keep something casual after ghosting you and silencing the connection. But I feel this is someone who is dealing with a lot of things. A soul death, an ego death. There's a lot of emotion, sadness, regret, remorse. I feel this regret that they are feeling, it's real. But it's something that they are having a hard time revealing or admitting. that they have commitment issues. However, I do feel many of your hands are tied as well. You're tired of being let down. You're tired of being the only one who put in the work while this person is still stalking and lurking behind the scenes without giving you what you deserve. I feel this is someone who has a lot of childhood trauma, unhealed things from past relationships, and they could also be holding that against you. I feel this is where a lot of their pain comes from, making you wait, breaking promises. Wow. I definitely believe this is someone in a connection or an environment where they're no longer wanting to be attached. I feel there's a lot of emotion here of someone ghosting. There's a lot of vulnerability. They're sitting in misery, and they are an emotional wreck. I feel this is someone who is all over the place, not wanting to admit that they're sitting in misery, in the dark, where there is rumors, gossip, people talking about them. And I feel this could be pushing them to their breaking point. So much so that they know they need to communicate. This person feels they need to communicate their betrayal, their poor self-esteem and insecurities, because their life is a wreck. It's a disaster. This person needs to admit that things have drastically changed since cutting the cord or detaching from you. And instead of trying to burn the evidence, this person needs to come clean. Come clean instead of detaching themselves in this false reality, escaping, avoiding change, and creating karmic ties. I feel these karmic ties, these outside influences, has caused this energy to be empty inside, distorted. Their mental space is chaotic because of their lies, trickery, and deception, and also hiding behind a false mask. I feel there's a lot of heartbreak within this situation here on both sides, where there is chaos, confusion, and an emotional void. This energy is closed off because you had to choose your head over heart when dealing with this situation. For many of you, this energy is having sleepless nights, not being able to get their thoughts together, not seeing change in their future. This person feels like the one energy, the one person who would have their back or help them, they pushed them away, avoided and mishandled you. And now you're the only one they can think of. You're the only one they feel they can reach out to. I feel this is someone who is still sitting in a space where they regret what they have done, but they are also sitting in a space where they're giving in to selfish desires. This person's feeling like the lonely one, the outcast, feeling they're never going to get something right. This is someone who needs to come out of a space of not being tamed and find themselves through self-love and acknowledgement of the pain that they have caused. But right now, I feel this energy is just in a space of dreaming about it, thinking about it, and reminiscing about the past. However, I feel this person reminiscing about the past just might bring up the naked truth, something that they have been avoiding, that is going to bring them to a space where they're going to be very emotional and changed. I feel this energy is sitting in a space of mental exhaustion, knowing that they may not get the reaction that they desire from you. They could be suffering in silence when it comes to a soul contract. They feel things are just falling apart. They're all in their head. Mental anxiety, headaches they can't get rid of, hair loss, stomach pain. This person is failing to refocus.
313.
This is why they're failing to gain clarity. However, I do feel this energy could be sitting in a space where they have had a change of heart. A change of heart when it comes to their environment, the people they chose to trust. Now they're angry, full of rage, resentment, for trusting outside parties, allowing others to put a key in their back, thinking they were going to finesse a situation and have their way. This person is now being humbled. Being humbled when it comes to affairs of the heart and those they should trust. Now this energy feels they are living a lie with the third party energy, or their life is a lie because they feel they are losing self, being fake, false, and phony, disloyal, negligent. Now this person is sitting in a space of depression, a dark energy because something has no closure. Something has no closure, but it ended harshly. And for many of you, it wasn't what they did, it's how they did it. And they did it selfishly, wearing a mask. And now this energy is sitting in misery, wanting to communicate their betrayals. But for many of you, you might not have time for it. Because you know this energy may be sitting in a space where they have a fear of love. You're not sure what you're going to get. And for many of you, you may not want to listen. And they know that. However, they do still want to keep something casual. Not wanting you to know how emotional they are about this situation. But I feel there is something about this that they cannot tame. Something is clearly obvious. And what is obvious here is that they can't do better without you. Wow. You know what, let's get another deck out here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right into it, you guys. Holy Spirit, what is the message here? I feel like this is someone who, wow, this is someone who's been accepting a lot of losses. I feel like they've been doing a lot to prove a point or get a reaction. However, I feel all of these things have been the main reason they have failed, stumbled. Nothing is growing and everything is stalling. Now this energy is sitting in regret for pushing things to the limit, as they're feeling foolish and ashamed for thinking they could break you, leaving you in peace, not pieces. Regardless of the situation, this energy is now realizing they're the ones who is lost. Nine of Swords energy here. So I definitely feel this is someone who is all in their head. Something is definitely replaying. This is someone who wants to make a romantic gesture within a situation, but they're still sitting in hermit mode, contemplating, hoping that they haven't missed an opportunity here with the Four of Cups. There's a lot of emotion here, an intrusion of their thoughts. I feel this is someone who is talking themselves out of making this move forward with you here with the Six of Swords. But I feel time is ticking. There's really no time to waste because I feel this energy has already wasted too much time. Now this energy is thinking about an offer, but mostly it's in a dream state. In their conscience. Romanticizing something. But I feel this person needs to be more honest with themselves so they can be more clear, more truthful with you. So I feel there's no time to waste when it comes to a heartbreak, Three of Swords. I feel there is a lot of turmoil within the situation. Now this energy is trying to allow the dust to settle after a Tower moment. After something was destroyed. But I feel this person was in some space of temporary indecision when it comes to an Empress. Someone who is unconditionally loving. This person wants to communicate here with the Eight of Wands. Self-conception, I feel this energy needs to be mindful of what they say. Because I feel you're not accepting anything less than the truth. Wow. So I feel this person needs to be mindful of what they say and cut through the fog. Be very truthful about their words because something could be a trap. Eight of Swords, they need to be honest when it comes to the past. Six of Cups. Page of Pentacles, this person needs to be honest when they reach out, communicate, because they never know the possibilities. But I feel the secrets they keep, I feel it may make something uncertain, causing something not to come up roses here with the Three of Wands in the reverse. However, I do feel you guys are taking a stand, balancing your energy. I feel you're going through your own awakening, judgment, and you're definitely doing something different after this energy walked away. I feel whatever you're doing is on target. Keep moving forward. You're taking care of self here with the Four of Swords. I feel you taking care of self is going to lead you in a cycle of success. Wow. This is someone who knows what they lost. But I feel they didn't understand what they lost until it was gone. For many of you, you're not expecting or accepting anything less than what you deserve these days. But I feel this person still has some type of passion for you, even though they have made little changes. Now this energy may want to come out of this dark space with you and set some things straight. However, what they could bring, wow. I feel like what this energy could bring your way, it won't sit well with you. And for some of you, it just might piss you off. But they're thinking they gotta do something. Because this energy truly has nothing to lose. Because they have already lost it all. Spirit, what is the message here? So this person thought that there would be mystery in not telling you the details of things. This person thought that you were going to chase or reach out, but I feel this energy had a rude awakening when you did not give in to them walking away. This energy thought that them walking away would affect you in a different way. Now this energy, Five of Pentacles, is feeling left out emotionally, financially. But I feel that is the price to pay, Three of Cups. So I definitely feel this energy knows time is wasted and time is wasting away. They know they need to do something, but this energy is very hesitant. Still contemplating, still projecting, still wasting time. However, I do feel you're moving towards a space of truth, abundance. Something is coming your way while this person is coming to a harsh realization of atonement, wanting to reach out, communicate, Page of Cups. But I feel this would be a poor sense of communication where you're going to end up leading in some type of way. But I feel this energy is still wanting to communicate and make an offer. Make an offer. Wow. Okay, so I feel this energy wants to communicate why they were so low vibrational here with the Devil energy. why they brought about the Five of Swords energy, crossing you, betraying you, hurting you without cause. This energy wants to communicate why they took this road towards you. But I feel for many of you, they're wanting to just lighten their burden in some way. This person knows that you are the Queen of Cups, someone who is very intuitive. And for many of you, they have rejected you in some way, not responded to your calls or you reaching out or extending an olive branch, because this energy knows that you're going to realize they're fake. Something about them is going to be off, and they know that you see straight through them. This energy knows that you are the Queen of Cups, compassionate, intuitive. Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment emotionally. But I feel something needs to come to an end. Something needs to be laid to rest, to burn the past. For many of you, this energy wants to not speak of the past. They don't want the past to be brought up. But I feel not speaking of the past will only make things worse. And for many of you, the worst isn't over when it comes to this energy. They still need to grow. I feel this energy still needs to grow in a way that they are still avoiding, not responding to. Ten of Swords energy. This person is still not bending. But I feel this energy still has a lot of obstacles to overcome. This person is coming out as the Emperor in the reverse. Someone who is going through a lot of justice, karma, consequences in their life, where the universe, their ancestors, their guides are assessing their past activities, actions, behaviors. And I feel someone needs to be brutally honest with them for them to change. If not, this person's about to experience some things about life that will not come easy, but the hard way. I feel there is an unspoken message when it comes to affairs of the heart, Ace of Cups. A spiritual union, Two of Cups. But I feel there needs to be a mutual respect when it comes to this connection for things to start smelling right. Wow. Let's get a little bit more energy here. We're going to switch up the decks. Yeah, this person wants to communicate. They want to reach out, but this energy is going through a lot of judgment. A lot of judgment for the choices that they made. And as you are learning from your lessons and moving in a different direction, this person is just barely finding their way. However, I do feel communication is coming. It's coming out several times in this reading that this energy is wanting to reach out, but they're feeling like time is lost. Time is not on their side. Losing you would be too much. They feel too much to handle. Holy Spirit, what is the message here? This person feels like losing you would be too much, but they know they have taken so much from you. Now this energy is feeling possessive. Possessive when it comes to you. So much so that they may even have an attitude because you may have put them in the friend zone when they know they want more than that. Someone wants to reclaim their position. However, I feel this energy had no respect for the position you allowed them to have. This is someone who is now wondering why they were so blind or why they kept hurting you when you were always genuine and authentic with how you treated them and how you chose to love them. Now they're being humbled by their consequences of life that is tearing their world apart. Because whatever they refuse to see or believe then, they have no choice but to see and believe now. I feel this is the very reason you may receive some communication out of the blue after a period of time, after this energy has been sitting in hermit mode for so long. I feel this is an energy who is now experiencing a lot of karma. For many of you, this energy's karma has them in survival mode. I feel this energy is in survival mode as they are codependent on those around them, those that have tied and bound them. But this energy needed to realize the difference between the real and the fake. They're just hating the fact that they had to learn it this way. I feel with these energies or this false environment, they feel things have gone too deep. They feel things have gone too deep to just break away without adding to their karmic deck. But I feel things have already become overwhelming, a huge burden. Because this karmic debt, it's already draining them. I feel this energy is experiencing rude awakenings left and right on this path that they chose to take, experiencing the same pain they gave others that I feel now truly runs deep because they know they deserve it. They deserve the pain that they're getting because of the pain that they caused. This is their judgment. This is their awakening. I feel this is someone who is very heavy and unhealed. I feel hurt, pain, rejection is why they move the way they do. I feel this is someone who is very embarrassed about their finances. So that is something they're definitely going to hide from you. For many of you, this is someone who left you on red, didn't respond to your message. I feel this was only their plan of strategy. A strategy to disrespect you, make you wait, leave you in a space of mystery. But I feel that was a false move. They shouldn't have did that. That only made things drag on. Because now many of you don't want to hear them out. Because they allowed something to move slowly or drag on because they chose to overthink a situation. Because they were all about sex, all about the material things, all about the things that are surface level. And this is why this person continues to make the wrong choice. However, they know they fucked up. They know they screwed up, gaslighting you, avoiding you, causing something to flatline. Something fell apart, something flatlined with you. But I feel this person needs to pick up their feelings because they were the ones. They were the ones being hot and cold and wishy-washy with you. Now this energy is on standby, watching their phone when they should be healing. And they call, unknown, privately, from different numbers, wanting to hear your voice or just to see if you'll pick up or reach out. I feel there's a lot of relationship drama, a lot of false connections, thirst traps, sneaky links. But I feel all of these relationships cause them to be more miserable than ever, more lonelier than ever. And this is why this energy is choosing to seek you out. Something stable, something real, something true. And for many of you, they're working on it. They're working on coming back your way, coming back into your energy. But there's a lot to be said about this person. There's a lot to be said about what they're going through because, as I said so many times, there's levels to this, and it's not just black and white. There's so much to be revealed, so much to talk about, because this person has got a lot on their head. They feel trapped, and their emotions are all over the place. I feel this person has mixed feelings when it comes to their life, and they're overthinking everything. I feel that is another reason they are hesitating. Holy Spirit, what is the message here? The message here for the collective. This is someone who had a lot on their mind. And when they chose to deceive you, it was out of intention. I feel this is someone who wasted a lot of time thinking things would just fade away. The problem would just go away, or you just would give in. But I feel, you know, they deceived you. You know they betrayed you. Now they're just trying to bounce back from it. But for many of you, you're not sorry about the changes that were made because they were necessary. They were necessary in a situation where someone believed that they didn't have to change. No worries. And for many of you, this energy just doesn't know how to be vulnerable enough. And they're scared to reveal their truth. However, I feel you're going to reach a point where you just don't see them the same. I feel this will be around the time where they're going to reach out, DM you, try to get someone else to reach out for them. But this person is so full of doubt, so full of anxiety, they don't feel they can face you. Not after what was done. Let's get a little bit more energy here. Overthinking. This person is overthinking because they know they sabotaged the situation with you, thinking they could come back at any point. This person tried to play you, flexing with other energies. I feel this person was flexing with more than one person, more than one situation, wanting to get a reaction out of you. This person was trying to be petty, overthinking a situation, trying to one-up you. Now this person has mixed feelings about how to create a better space after sabotaging and creating false narratives, speaking on you in an unhealthy way. Wow. I feel like I sense they decided not to see and understand the truth through all of this mess. They regret not giving in. I feel they regret not seeing the truth when it comes to their morals, their values, and instead of seeking a true path, they chose a path of pleasure, of self, which has only brought them to a place of pain because the choice they made, regardless of intention, was made of free will. And there's a price to pay for the tower moments and tornadoes they created. But I sense all this drama created through being false and keeping things hidden is very, very soul searching. What is the word? This person is feeling like they're going to have to search themselves. But I feel this energy is starting to see something is fated to fail until they acknowledge their pain, atone for what they have done. And it may be the very reason you receive message of concerns out of the blue. I feel this is someone who is wanting to explain what took place behind your back because they want your forgiveness or favor. Yet I sense you must keep in mind, people rarely change. They just regret showing you who they truly are. I feel this is something that they are now overthinking and trying to numb the pain from because they now want to bring things back on track after avoiding you. This is someone who now wants to reach out and touch someone because it's cuffing season. This is someone who knows that you are ride or die, but I feel you are also old school. They know or they feel you'll take care of them. You'll help them find their way because you are very loyal, committed, and they know that you want that in return. But I feel this is someone who is always giving you an immature energy. An immature energy that is confused all the time on which way to go, what choice to make. But for many of you, you're no longer giving second chances, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's over. Many of you have already had enough, and others, you're expecting this person to come back with real intentions, a new perspective. Many of you could be sitting in a space where you're needing this energy to change. But if they have not done the work and they're just cutting corners, there may not be any possibilities. And that's going to have them pissed, upset. Because this energy definitely has it bad. This energy is heavily missing you. And for a lot of you, it's all they can think about. And if they're wondering if you hate them, maybe you do. But others, I feel there is no hate in your heart. You're just looking for this person to grow and change and find their way, change their vibe, change their perspective about life, and stop repeating cycles that leave them empty in return. Because for the things that they have done, there will be no reward. I sense this energy sees that now, but I feel that just might be the problem. It just might be too late. So let's get a little bit more energy here, Holy Spirit. What is the message? This person feels like distance can't keep them away. There's a lot of temptation when it comes to this person, but as I said before, there's temptation as well as hesitation. This person feels like something shouldn't be keeping you guys apart, but they need to spill the beans. They need to tell the truth and do it without hesitation. Let's get some energy here on communication here, Spirit. What is the message? What is the message here on communication, Spirit? Yeah, this person needs to communicate their web of lies. This person needs to communicate their web of lies before time's up. This person is thinking about everything. This person feels like you're a true love story because they have not experienced this type of affection or love from anyone else. Now this energy is reminiscing on the past, the precious moments, the memories, because now they feel that's all they have. Because this energy is going through a love drought, feeling empty inside. Their well is run dry. This person is wanting someone to get them out of trouble, get them out of this mess, because they don't know how. This is someone who definitely sees you as a true connection, a true counterpart, but they are now feeling like fairy tales don't exist. However, I feel this energy needs to give in to what they have done, acknowledge the past, and validate your emotions, your feelings, and give you what is long overdue to find their way, create a change. For many of you, this energy is coming towards you completely drained, wanting communication. Wow. But I feel this energy is wanting to communicate a truth, not wanting to accept the fact that things have changed. Things are not the same when it comes to you. You may not be that ride or die anymore. You just might be focused on you. However, this is someone who is fighting to detach. Because them trying to detach from their emotions and what they're thinking and feeling for you is just not working. Because as I said before, you're all in their head and you're all they can think about. The pain they caused, the distractions they made, because you never deserve the pain. This is someone who is not prepared to be turned away, even though they know it would be justified. It would be justified for the heartless games they played, because now there is a sense of deep regret for being petty and dismissive, as they see they're nothing without you. Yet they feel, wow. I feel like this person feels like they just were too stupid to see it. Now this energy is so emotional. They just feel like something is just beyond repair. However, I feel it was their lack of impulse, not just their stupidity. I feel it was their lack of impulse control and the fact that they can never tell the truth that keeps them lost. Not you. Now this energy is sitting in a space of deep, dark times in isolation. But I feel this person needs to be alone. This energy needs to be alone to deal with their poor choices, their poor judgment, their truth of who they are behind the mask, to regain their connection with a twin flame, someone they feel deeply connected to, someone they truly love. Because I feel too much has been left unsaid, unhealed, or hidden for too long. And they should just be straight with you. Yet they may start off with talking in circles or not giving in at first. However, I feel it's you. It's you that helps guide this conversation, this connection towards the truth, because this energy will attempt to play the blame game. This person will project, they will try to convince you that they are the victim in this, but I feel you are the one that's going to lead this connection to the truth. Yet once they realize you're serious, and they may not have another chance or opportunity, this conversation will get serious real quick and very honest. Because instead of hiding and lying about the truth of the past, they should be healing and growing from it. I feel this is someone who is definitely going through a dark night of the soul. This energy is going through a dark night of the soul when it comes to letting go or saying goodbye, because all they can think about is the good times. The good times that you helped them create, because these are not times that they can create on their own. Now this energy feels that they're going to have to earn back your trust starting from the bottom. But I feel this person has to take a chance. They feel as though they need to take this chance because you are their lifeline. They can't live without you. They can't be their best self without you. And they could be ready to take control, but they're not ready to take the lead. Because as I said before, you'll be the one to take the lead in this situation. This person just don't have the tools. I feel this is someone who is just still lurking in the shadows, still trying to find their own truth. For many of you, adjustments are being made. They're trying. They're trying because they know you are a sacred soul connection. But I feel these scars, these wounds, it runs deep. And this is something they cannot do on their own. Because for many of you, karma's at work. And they're going to need someone with a brain to help them through this. But for many of you, that's not your journey. You didn't help them get lost. So they're going to help them find their way. But for many of you, it's just complicated, more complicated than you would ever expect it to be when it comes to this love story. But I feel everything will have to happen in divine timing, because this person is going through a deep spiritual awakening, and it's something they can't run from. This is someone who is going to have to step out of their comfort zone to come your way. They're going to have to put the past in the past and not look back and bring you the truth, or they're going to fall from these selfish ways. Because I believe you would help anyone. You would help anyone in a heartbeat, as long as the same intention, devotion, and respect is given. However, I would be lying. I would be bold-faced lying if I said they wasn't coming back in need. In need of stability, yes. In need of money, yeah. Needing the truth to be told with no filter, definitely. But do they deserve it? No. So don't be fooled when they come around pretending to be unaffected or unbothered, because they wouldn't be back and snooping around you if they wasn't unhappy or miserable. This is someone who is definitely seeking change and wanting things to be different, but this person needs to move with intention instead of wanting you to help fix what you did not break. Because it's now a do or die situation, and they are the only ones that can help themselves out of this. But as I said before, they're definitely coming your way. So expect the unexpected when it comes to someone who feels you are ride or die, because you are not someone they should expect to lose and find happiness in a way. Because you're definitely not someone they should expect to lose and still find their way. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading and has found some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.